So here we have Pharisees that are wanting to passionately stand up for what's right. They're all about justice. They're all about representing God and honoring God. And they catch this woman in her sin. Hello, my name is Pastor Jake, and I want to take a quick moment to identify how important it is to understand that you have a God that loves you, that desires to cover you. As much as He is a God of love, He is a God of justice. But He never allows His justice to get in the way of the way that He loves you and I and the way that He covers us. It's interesting that they were ready to be loud and proud about how wrong she was. And the moment Jesus confronts each of them by asking the question, look, if you're in a hurry to stone her, granted, the law of Moses says one thing, and I'm here to fulfill and establish that law. But let me ask you this question. If you are without sin, then why don't y'all line up and y'all can start stoning her one by one, starting with whoever has no sin themselves. And one by one, they all start to drop their rocks and they start to walk off from the oldest down to the youngest. But to me, the interesting part is how easy it is for us to become religious and have that disposition towards sinners in the exact same way that these Pharisees had toward this woman caught in the act of adultery. It's funny how when it comes to our own sins, it's like we're anointed with the anointing of forgetfulness. But the moment somebody else gets caught in the trapping of their own sin, we're in a hurry to expose them. And I would challenge you, if you ever want to know if you're starting to tread over into that area of that religious spirit, and maybe you've just gotten into the motion of just playing church, and you've forgotten all about what God delivered you from, saved you from, healed you from, whatever the case may be. The moment you start secretly desiring somebody else to get caught in whatever sin you know they're walking in, that is one of the first telltale signs to know you have started to venture over into that religious spirit. You're not walking in the love of Christ. You're not walking in the love that God walks in toward you, that He walks in towards me when it comes to His desire to want to love us, to want to cover us. If the love of God covers a multitude of sin, then how could we ever be in a hurry to want to expose other people's sins? I think one of the easiest ways to arrest that spirit, if you ever find yourself going there, is think about the ways that you desire for God to deal with you, to handle you, the compassion you want Him to take when He's dealing with you, the mercy you want Him to cover you with every morning when you wake up, and the grace you want Him to gird you with when it comes to your weakness starting to now become an issue, knowing that His strength is perfected in your weakness. If you start to look on others and start to deal with others the way that you long for your Father to deal with you, that's the fastest way to extinguish that religious spirit.